Hello, my name is Andrew Cameron, and this is Andrew Cameron Sports. Today, I will be talking about American football. The history of American football can be traced to early versions of rugby football and association football. Both games have their origin in multiple varieties of football played in the United Kingdom in the mid 19th century, in which a football is kicked at a goal or kicked over a line, which in turn were based on the varieties of English public school football games descending from medieval ball games. American football resulted from several major divergences from association football and rugby football. Most notably, the rule changes were instituted by Walter Camp, a Yale University and Hopkins School graduate who was considered to be the father of American football. The objective of football is to score more points than the other team during the allotted time. The team with the ball, the offense, has four plays or downs to advance at least 10 yards and can score points once they reach the opposite end of the field, which is home to a scoring zone called the end zone, as well as the goalposts. If the offense succeeds in advancing at least 10 yards, they enter first down and the number of tries allotted is reset, and then they are given 4 tries to advance an additional 10 yards, starting from the spot to which they last advanced. On offense, points are scored by advancing the ball into the opponent's end zone for a touchdown, which is worth 6 points, or by kicking the ball from the playing field through the raised vertical post, the goal posts, which are most commonly situated on the end line of the end zone for a field goal, which is worth 3 points. After scoring a touchdown, the offense is given an additional opportunity from the 2-yard line to attempt to score. Conversion attempts are used to score 1 or 2 points as follows. The offense may attempt a field goal, which is worth 1 point, or the offense may attempt to re-advance the ball into the opponent's end zone for a 2-point conversion, which is worth 2 points. Before the game starts, the referee meets with captains from both teams for a coin toss. The visiting team will call the toss, and the winner of the toss may defer their choice to start of the second half, or they may take the first choice of receiving the kickoff to start the game, or kicking off to start the game, or choosing an end of the field to defend in the first quarter, with the teams switching directions at the end of the first quarter and at the end of the third quarter. The loser of the toss gets the remaining option. At the start of the second half, the team that did not choose first gets the first choice of option. When it comes to downed player, the rules vary from the college level to the professional level. In the NFL, unless a player is tagged by an opposing player or gives himself up, he is not down. A player carrying the ball is downed whenever any of the following occurs. Any part of the player other than his hands or feet touch the ground, ankles and wrists count as downed. The runner goes out of bounds, or the runner's forward progress toward the enemy goal line is stopped by contact with an opponent with little chance to be resumed. There are many positions in football. A typical offense is made up of a quarterback, 5 offensive linemen, 2 wide receivers, a running back, a fullback, and a tight end. However, teams will vary their personnel on the field to fit any given play. The players on offense must arrange themselves in a formation all behind their line of scrimmage. For reasons of safety and competitive balance, there are strict rules which define the way in which the offensive players may line up. 7 players must line up directly on the line of scrimmage, while 4 players line up behind the line of scrimmage. Within this formation, there are 6 eligible receivers who may receive a forward pass during the play. The players on defense may arrange themselves in any manner, as long as all players are behind the line. Players who line up opposite the offensive line are called defensive linemen, usually with 1 or 2 defensive tackles in the middle, and with 1 defensive end on each side. A defensive lineman's job is typically to put pressure on the opposing team's quarterback by rushing the offensive line. The defensive line is also most often the first set of players the opponent must get through should they choose to rush the ball. Behind the linemen are the linebackers. A linebacker's job can be any number of things, including trying to rush the opposing team's quarterback, stopping the opponent's running back on run plays, or covering the opponent's tight ends or wide receivers. Positioned opposite the wide receivers are the cornerbacks. Their primary responsibility is to cover the wide receivers. Farthest back from the line are the safeties, usually in the middle of the field behind the linebackers. The safeties are the last line of defense against the opponent. Like a linebacker, a safety's role can vary. However, their most common role is to help the cornerbacks cover the opponent's wide receivers, which is called double coverage. The linemen and linebackers close to the line of scrimmage are also referred to as playing in the box. Players outside the box are collectively referred to as the secondary. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked, please make sure to like the video and subscribe. Thank you.